If they haven't by this time, they will never leave. And we
Good
are live
morning.
on
Welcome.
a Monday morning. Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies podcast, where we talk about life and recovery.
So much more.
We were just talking about earring holes, and Vicky was admiring my earring holes
No.
that
They just never go away.
they just never go away. I put an earring in the other day just for fun.
Did you?
Dangler. Yeah, I found somebody's earring. And I was like, I'll just see if I can put it in. I put it in really
Ew.
easily. Yeah. The other one doesn't go in very easily.
I think that's gross.
The first one, there was a big incident of I actually vomited. Like, that's how bad I am at pokey things. But I'm good now. I'm healed. I'm restored.
You don't have a fear of needles anymore?
I have no fear of no, not really. Like, I don't have a fear of them. I would prefer not to have blood drawn from my arm, which I have a requisition that I wanted to fulfill this week of.
Good plan.
And the second one I did it myself. I thought there was no YouTube back then. So I had heard if you put an orange and a pin, and it took so long to do it, and I finally put it through the pin through, and there was orange and ice, and it didn't really work well. Then I tried to put the earring through. Yeah, no, it didn't even go through.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. You didn't ever pierce your own ears?
No, absolutely not.
You only got one piercing. Like, you only got, do you have two holes in each ear?
On one side.
Oh, you're a little bit cool.
No, I feel like this one closed.
But you never did the cool thing. In our age bracket, that was like the cool thing of getting earrings, right? Even girls getting their ears pierced up here.
I don't know what you mean. I didn't, like, I have.
No, you didn't go into piercings. Like, you only have you have 4 holes in your ears, or 3?
I got 2 sets, but one closed.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have a second on one side.
In our generation in high school, it was like the trend of earrings. I don't think it's like that anymore as much.
I don't really understand.
Really? You don't
saying,
understand? Like, there was eyebrow rings, there's nose
like a
rings.
whole bunch of piercings. But
yeah.
That was just certain people. It's not the cool thing.
I think it was a trend. And getting your ears pierced in different areas.
Some people.
You never fell into that trap of piercings.
Well, neither did you.
No, I don't like needles, obviously. Why would I?
Most people didn't go overboard with it, but there's always a group of people that do go overboard with it. Yeah. Most people who dabbled with stuff in high school didn't go overboard with it.
Didn't go right into cocaine. Some people did.
You thought everyone did.
I think it was like in our generation. Is it the 90s where earrings were very popular? Like ear piercings throughout your ear in different parts of your ear. No?
I knew a couple people that I did, like, for sure I saw it, but I'm just saying it wasn't like everybody.
I thought it was a trend in the 90s. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, it was a trend.
Okay. I'm not all. All right, we're going to get into our Devos. All right.
I was not cool, so I did not go overboard with piercings.
And I hated piercings. I just wanted to be cool enough, and I thought an earring would have been cool, and then I thought a couple more would, and then I always liked the eyebrow piercing, but I was very fearful of that. And then, yeah, other piercings of tongues and noses. Like, people are brave. Yeah, I could never do that.
It was too long on that topic. Yeah. We're sorry.
Here we go. March the 27th. You get the power to overcome drinking through the fellowship of other alcoholics who have found the way out. You get power by honestly sharing your past experiences by personal witness. Witness again. Such a clever word. You get power by coming to believe in God and the divine principle in the universe which can help you. The divine principle in the universe that can help you. You get power by working with other alcoholics. Fill in the blank. In these 4 ways, thousands of alcoholics have found all the power they needed to overcome drinking. Question: am I ready and willing to accept this power and work for it? Meditation. The power of God's Spirit is the greatest power in the universe. Men's quest men's quest of each other, the great kings and the conquerors, the conquest of wealth, the leaders of the money society, all amount to very little in the end. But he that conquers himself is greater than he who conquers a city. Material things have no permanence, but God's spirit is eternal. Everything really worthwhile in the world is a result of the power of God's spirit.
Material things have no permanence.
It's so true. So what am I working for? Is it the treasures of this world, which are, what's the word, fleeting? What's the Ecclesiastics? It's all meaningless. Everything is meaningless. The wealth of a million nations is meaningless. And so what has meaning? And then how do I get the power of God? So what are the 4 things that help us get the power of God? Did you catch them all? Fellowship with other people with a common problem and a common solution.
Okay.
Experiencing and by witnessing to others of God's love, of what he's done for us. Accepting the power of God, and then working with other people and leading them into that. Those are 4 ways of getting the power of God. And then we have purpose, meaning, and we get to live in the spiritual realm and have eternity instead of working for this world and having 80 years of working, of building our own empire. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
I think it's interesting, just to realize, like, people, there's been wars, there's like all sorts of, I listened to a podcast called Real Dictators, and it like goes through like all these, like Genghis Khan, and like, and you just think about, man, there's like so many people in history that tried so hard to gain power, and it all ends the same way. They're dead. Like, sure, they're dead and people are talking about them on a podcast, but does that really matter?
And corruption.
Does it even matter if people talk about me after I'm dead? Like,
I'll talk about you after you're dead. I'll put your picture, I'll replace Buddy the Pug's picture with your picture. And I'll be like, this was my wife. Look at her. But it's like, I listened to another podcast about the wealth of the world, and it's like there's some rich men like the Bezos and the Musk and those people, and they're like those people aren't even nearly the richest people in the world. There's like wealth of gold and Saudi Arabia. There's like wealth beyond,
right? And yet there's a power that's greater than all of that. That can actually bring love and acceptance and peace and comfort into our lives.
Real wealth. All right, here's our prayer for today as we go out. I pray that I may open myself to the power of God's Spirit. I pray that I may open myself to the power of God's Spirit. I pray that my relationships with my fellow men and women may be improved by his spirit of love. Amen. Keep the peace, be of good behavior, and we'll see you tomorrow or later on at the Booch Pit.